Hey everyone, today we're diving into the Wharfedale W70 series. Why this one is a little more special, Alnico magnets, sand-filled backs, the restoration process, and these were rough when I got them, so stay tuned. Let's start by addressing a big misconception. Mine on the left is the W70C. You can see it's a three-way speaker, ported, and the tweeter is in its own enclosure. The much more common W70D is on the right, and this is a sealed design with four drivers. Also on the left, the W70C was the last model to use the Alnico midrange. On the W70D, they went to a ceramic square magnet midrange. Why do we care about having an Alnico magnet over ceramic? Consensus says they can produce a smoother, sweeter sound, but it's kind of like the tube versus solid state debate. Alnico is easier to temporarily demagnetize, so when you really push a speaker hard, the voice coil field can overcome the permanent magnet field, leading to smoother saturation. One thing Wharfedale absolutely nailed in this area was the cabinet craftsmanship. They're built like tanks, have a beautiful, elegant, sweeping front baffle with those stiles. These were actually marketed as furniture. Owners often use them as end tables or place them under bay windows. Another fascinating thing is this back panel on the W70 series is filled with sand, and that's to deaden the cabinet, help with cabinet resonances. And when I got these, one of them was leaking sand, so I had to find out where the leak was coming from, pull apart the laminations on the panel, make sure it was full of sand again, and then glue and clamp it back. When I got these, they were in horrible shape. The front grills were all chewed up and torn and frayed. There were veneer chips, horrible scratches, water rings. I pretty much took it down to bare wood. The veneer chips had to be filled using quick wood epoxy and then painted to match the wood grain of the original walnut veneer. You can see everything is disassembled at this point. There are clamps on one of those back panels to address the aforementioned sand leak, which was a first on speakers for me. Wharfedale used a 12.5-inch ceramic magnet woofer, an 8-inch Alnico mid-range, and a tweeter in its own enclosure. Fortunately, they have cloth surrounds, so there is no foam rot or woofer surrounds to replace. Here the cabinets are all cleaned up and ready for staining and a finish coat, which I did shellac, which really makes the finish and the wood grain pop. Shellac is a natural finish from the lac bug. With the cabinets all finished and stained and top coated, the drivers are going back in and check out the size of that motor on the tweeter. That is an enormous magnet. Everything was rewired and soldered to the lugs. I replaced the crossover capacitor with a new one. The crossover is very simple on these, just a capacitor and inductor basically. On the back panel, there's a potentiometer to attenuate the treble, and often those will get scratchy and dirty sounding because the contacts, they get dirty. So there's a product called Deoxit that's made for this, for potentiometers and for switch contacts to flush away debris and clean them. It's best if you can open up the housing of the potentiometer to access the contacts and sweep directly, but this really helps clean up the sound as you attenuate that potentiometer. The whole W70 family is known for its warm, natural tonal balance, excellent mid-range, and very non-fatiguing sound. This earlier C model brings a little more openness thanks to the ported cabinet and the Alnico mid-range driver that adds some sweetness on its own. So why did I highlight these instead of the more common W70Ds? Well, this was the last Wharfedale in the W70 series to use that Alnico mid-range driver. It's ported instead of sealed. and it still has that classic back panel sand-filled construction. That combination didn't really exist in the D series, which were much more common. So it kind of has sound and character that's uniquely its own. And how do they sound? Very open. For music such as jazz, big band, and even some rock, they sound incredible. The mid-range is amazing and the vocals really shine through. They're extremely efficient. These come in around 96 decibels at 1 watt, I believe. Here I'll play a little bit of uninterrupted music so you can decide for yourselves.